Hello guys, it's mrmancfc here with another card trick tutorial. So first of all, a little catch up. I know I haven't been around for a really long time. I'll try not to make that happen again. I'll try and do weekly uploads, maybe a few a week. But I'll try and get back on top. I'm sorry that I haven't been on top of my uploads. It's because I've been dedicated to another channel. But, well, I'm going to try and fit both of them into my schedule now. So anyway, today I will be showing you how to do the jack trick, which I uploaded a long time ago, obviously. And, well, it's a rather simple beginner trick, I must say. You don't really need much skill. Let's put it this way, you're going to need to be able to catch, because if you can't catch in this trick, it could be a big disaster, and if you don't know this trick already, then you won't know why, but if you do, then you know why. Anyway, to start off, I will put a link to the performance of this trick on the deck of cards, so that if you haven't already watched it, or you don't know what this card trick is, or you haven't seen it in a long time maybe, then click the deck of cards. There should be an annotation right there, and that will take you to the performance of this trick, and then you can come back and watch the tutorial. Okay then. So, if you've already done that, then well done. If you haven't, it doesn't really matter. But basically, what you want to do with this trick, you don't need any setup, so you can just grab your deck out of your pocket and get ready to do the trick straight away. So, what you want to do is go up to someone, ask them if they'd like to see a card trick. If they say yes, then you say, okay, grab your cards, spread it out however you want, and say, pick a card. So, let's just say they pick this one. Nothing special about that card. Well, there is actually. Ace of Spades. They pick the Ace of Spades, let's just say. So, while the spectator is looking at their card, what you want to do is get a peek at the bottom card of the deck, which in this case is the Nine of Spades. So, you don't want to do it, obviously, so you don't want to, like, turn it over. So, say this was performance. You say, okay, take a look at your card, show it to everyone around you, and then you just look at it like that. You don't want it to be obvious. You want to do something like this. What I do is I hold the deck like this, so with my thumb on one side and the rest of my fingers on the other side, and I come in with my hand over the top, so all of my fingers take the top corner, and then my thumb takes the bottom corner, and they kind of twist it round, and it'll just look like it'll look like this. But really, you're able to get a little peek at the card, so maybe you can do it a couple of times just to make it look like it's something you do. So then you can see the Nine of Spades at the bottom of the deck, or whatever card's at the bottom of your deck. Okay, once you know the bottom card of the deck and they are cool with their card, then you can place their card back on top of the deck. And either you can do this, or you can ask them to do this. They can cut the deck in half. So, actually, as a matter of fact, you know where their card is in the deck. Because, really, it's right by the Nine of Spades, as you can see right there. Nine of Spades and the Ace of Spades, they're right there. So, you already know where it is. No big deal. But, okay, so you can continue with the trick from here onwards. If they don't think that you've shuffled the deck enough, then you can offer to do a false shuffle, and they'll think you're doing some amazing cuts, especially if you do it really fast. But you can just do that, and everything should be okay. Okay then, now you flip the deck over and you say, I'm going to look for two helpers, and what you're going to look for, well, it's your choice. I like to use the two jacks, well, any two jacks, but you want to look for two jacks. So you scroll through the deck nicely, and you can find one jack like so. They won't be able to see the cards, they'll just see this. But then you keep going. If you by the way, you want to find their selected card. So look, there's the selected card before you find both jacks, because for me it makes it easier. What you do is you find your kind of point the card, which is a bookmark for their card. So then you'll see that card, then you'll look at the card before that, which is the ace of spades in this case, and then you'll want to catch a little break there. As you can see, I have a little finger break there, and then you have their card. They don't know you have their card. You have a jack, and you keep looking through until you find another jack. And what you do, just to make it look casual... Actually, hold on a second. I got this wrong a little bit. What you do when you find their card is you don't put your finger between the indicator card and their card. You put it before their card, so that their card ends up on the bottom of the deck. But then you keep looking until you find the second jack. And then what you do is you cut it where your finger was. So then they shouldn't know this, but their card will be at the bottom of the deck. You want to make sure that they don't see it, because that could give it all away. Okay, and then you take the 2 jacks off of the top of the deck, and you say, okay, I have my 2 helpers. 2 jacks. So you can just come up with a random story. You can say they're like very good investigators, and they're amazing at finding cards, and they'll be able to find your card out of the entire deck. And you can say, do you want to see them do that? And they should say, yeah, sure, because they'd be pretty intrigued as long as you have a good story going. And what you do is you take one of the jacks and place it on top of the deck. Take the second jack and put it on the bottom of the deck. But what you do with the second jack is you have it so it's like this, kind of sticking out a little bit. So that when you have your hand at the back here, you can have your fingers on the ace of spades as well. So you won't just grab both of the jacks, but you'll also grab the ace of spades. Okay, now this is the throwing part. What you do is you kind of flick it from this hand to this hand, making sure you keep a grip of their card and both the jacks, and you want to try and do it as clean as possible. I mean, if you have a surface, then you can always just throw it onto the surface. That's an option, because it won't go everywhere and you'll be fine. If you don't have a surface, then you need to be good at catching. If you're not good at catching, though, then I recommend you only do it with a surface. But anyway, this is what you do. You flick it from hand to hand like so. And then at first it will look like you only just have the 2 jacks. Then you can square it up, and you can slowly flourish it out like so. And they'll see, you can say, the 2 jacks have now captured 1 card. And it just so turns out that the card they have captured is in fact the ace of spades. Is that your card? And they should be blown away, because these 2 cards have supposedly just been thrown from the deck, and they've captured your card, and it looks like maybe the ace of spades could have been right in the middle of the deck, but really it was just there. It looked like they could have maybe magnetized a card from the middle of the deck and slid it out. But we all know the secret, and they shouldn't know the secret. So guys, that is the jack trick. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, then I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a like, maybe comment on any feedback, or leave an inbox for anything you'd like to ask or feedback, anything at all. Also, if you would like to keep updated with my uploads, because I should be doing more, like I said at the beginning of the episode, tutorial, not episode, sorry. I should be doing more card tricks now. If you'd like to keep updated, and if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, so that I can get bigger and better, and that would just be amazing. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been mrmancfc, and I will see you in the next card trick tutorial. Goodbye guys, have a great day.